Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So today I wanted to talk about this new mobile game called Love. Right now it's in the Android games available for download, but it's only available in Chinese right now. There is no English translation. I've been playing it for about a week, and it's very obvious that it's a direct copy of Mr.Love, Queen's Choice, as well as Love Nikki. But having said that, the story stands really well on its own. It's made a lot of improvements on the original games, and I wish that they wouldn't have copied those elements because it stands out so well on its own, and it didn't need all of that press and everything. Anyways, so today I'm going to be talking about what things are the same and what things makes it stand out from the rest. So please continue to watch if you are interested. So I will start out by showing you the original game, Mr.Love, and talk about things that I love about it. So what makes this gacha game stand out from all the rest, and there are a lot of gacha games out there, is that the MC in this has a life of her own. The story is hers. It's not about her following these potential love interests and learning their individual stories and trying to score additional points with them so that you end up with a romance storyline. The story isn't about that. It's about her journey to saving the world. And there are some guys that are around to help her achieve that or hinder her goals, but they're not the main characters. She is. She's the one that drives the story. And that's the reason that I keep coming back to this game time after time. And I've deleted all the other apps for different gacha games because it feels so refreshing to have a game like this. Now, this particular game has four love interests. This one's Gavin. And you also have Kira, Lucien, and Victor. And I just wanted to show you their appearances because the new game Love is embarrassingly similar. I think they actually copied these designs exactly. So look at Kiro's headphones. Now let's go back to Love. And we are back, okay? So we looked at Kiro just now. Look at this, look at him. Look at him. They even have the exact outfit, the exact headphone designs. I don't understand why they didn't try to do something original, maybe with their hair or something. You know, we were looking at Gavin just now. Look at him. It's the exact same outfit as well. And obviously here's the Victor replacement. And here's the Lucien replacement. Now where this game stands out is what it's done with these characters. So what I didn't like with Mr.Love was that the love interests were still caricatures of real people. They didn't feel real because they were really extreme with their emotions. Victor, for example, was really protective. Now this character is sort of the protective one, but his reasoning makes sense, right? There was a point where he yelled at the MC and told her to stay home and stop trying so hard. But the reason why he did that was because she fell off while filming and completely injured herself. And so he asked her to please stay in the hospital, and she was like, no, I have to go back to work. And then so he got really upset and gave her this lecture and told her that she needed to stay in the hospital for him because she was overworking herself and she wouldn't be able to get better. Like, it makes sense. The characterization makes sense. The fact that he's overprotective makes sense. As well, if you've ever played Mr.Love, Kiro is someone who is an idol, a celebrity, who's still a child at heart and just wants to play games all day. And in contrast, this guy is really serious about his craft. He's very serious about songwriting, and he's very professional, and he's known as someone who is hard to work with, but then once you get to know him, his criticism makes sense. There was a point where the MC screwed up her solo while they were performing, and he criticized her for it and told her that if you are serious about this career, then you can't screw up. It doesn't matter what was going on in your head at the time. You owe it to the audience and you owe it to the people you're working with to show your best self when you're performing. You know, makes complete sense. This is our Victor lookalike. He is actually the MC's current boss. And again, not nearly as protective, not nearly as demanding, just seems like a reasonable guy who is still in love with his almost ex and can't get over her. More on that later. And the final love interest is the Gavin lookalike, and he's probably my favorite so far. We don't know too much about him yet. I am on chapter 8 and there are 20 chapters out already, but it gets to a point where it's really hard to progress. All we know about this guy is that he is a journalist who does photography on the side, a little mysterious, a little flirty, but just a fun guy to have around, and his interaction seems really organic and really natural. So we play as the main character and we're able to customize her appearance as well as collect different outfits to pass different levels, and that's where all the Love Nikki similarities come in. I mean, it's completely the same. Exactly the same. I will argue that Love Nikki has more sophisticated outfits and whatnot, but it's the same game. It's like they took the two games and combined them together. One thing to know about this game is that you are able to watch ads to collect additional items as well as diamonds, and with these items you're able to purchase additional costumes that you can use to help with your progression in the game. And this is something that you also have to join these little parties to be able to collect points to use for the gatcha wish trees. And again, all these things are things that you can watch ads to help along with, and that's not something that paper games ever provided with either Love Nikki nor Mr.Love. And similar to Mr.Love, you have a collection of experts that you receive as you progress through the storyline, and you need to power them up in order to progress through the story as they help with the amount of points that you need. So once you click into them, it gives their age, their height, their horoscope, but it also gives you their weight. And that's something that is just hilarious to me because these people are really skinny, you know? There's a girl in here that keeps getting made fun of for her weight. It's like her weight is her main point in the story. Well, it's not her main point, she's a side character that helps the main character, but her weight is constantly pointed out. And if you look at her, look, she's 163 centimeters tall, which is like 5'3", 5'4", it's probably 5'4", right? And she's only 54 kilograms. I mean, that's really skinny. Really, really skinny. It's quite interesting to me just to point that out. It's a difference in cultural expectations. And I'll take the time to talk about the storyline a little bit because it's actually quite interesting. So in this game, as the main character, you are a late 20s or maybe early 30s actress who mysteriously died and then was reborn as a young idol who's trying to make it in the entertainment industry. And you meet these people who are trying to help you or hinder your progress along the way. So as the story starts, you wake up in a hospital and then you show up in this Producer 101 equivalent show, and you're trying to progress. Something that's really good about this game is that all the female characters have voice actors. In Mr.Love, they've only have voice actors, 4 to 4 guys, and that's it. Whereas here, everyone has meaning, and it's great because all these characters are really well written. See, what she says is fat, fat, referring to that other girl just now, and I don't understand because she's not fat. Look at her weight, she's really skinny. Anyways. Alright, so that is all I'm going to be talking about the game for now. I will probably do a couple playthroughs with English translations to help people who have been trying to play it. I read in the comments in Google Play that someone was trying to play it with Google Translate, which, I mean, the poor girl. So hopefully these will be helpful to them. Thanks for watching. Again, it's a pretty great game. I'm really enjoying it. I just wish that it didn't copy so many elements from games that already existed and did its own thing, because whoever the writer is for this game did a phenomenal job. Okay, they wrote characters that feel real, that are 3D, that have real weaknesses that you can almost expect from people that you know. So I have very high hopes for the game. I'm looking forward to seeing how the story progresses, and I'll talk to you next time. Thanks. Bye.